You may not have known, but the IS-3 was only put out of service in the 1980s. This was around the time the Challenger MBT was put into service, so I've had the wonderful idea of up-tiering it to the same battle rating. In this game, I tried to flank around C, but the T-72 in front of me was oblivious and couldn't hear the Leopard next to him. However, this worked out in my favour as the Leopard was completely unaware of my presence, so I shot him in the side, which scored me my first kill. I then decided to continue my way around C, but another person on the enemy team had the same idea. But I could hear him from a mile away, so I aimed for the corner he was going to come from and shot him in the side, which resulted in my second kill. Get out of here! After all of that, I decided to re-continue my flank around C. However, I managed to find a German main who actually had a brain, a rare find that resulted in my first death. Okay, fair enough. As always, I decided to do the exact same thing and flank around C. When I got to my favourite spot next to C, I found a prototype Challenger which I quickly shot on the side, allowing me to get my third kill. A short amount of time later, a KP-70 came out of nowhere attacking one of my teammates. I tried to shoot him in the side, but I shot him in the rear, taking out his engine and his gunner. When I reloaded, I then aimed at his side where I successfully hit where I was aiming and got my fourth kill. The German main from before then tried to flank round, but I managed to hear him and he was quickly evaporated, resulting in my fifth kill. Unfortunately, a Leopard 2K managed to find me while I was reloading and managed to kill me, concluding my game. So it turns out that even when the IS-3 was retired, it could still pose a threat to somewhat modern MBTs. Maybe when they add the IS-3M, I'll do this again, as they most likely would have used that. By the way, if this video gets enough support, I'll make a long form video, but it's in your hands to get it there. Anyway, with all that being said, I'll see you around.